Hello and welcome back to another episode from the Studio Block server. My name is Weird and Bearded. So, in the last episode, we were looking at potential places to put a mage tower. I'm still waiting for the comments to come through so I can figure out what we're going to be building where. So I thought today we'd come over to our small games area, which is looking a little bit barren. So I want to see if I can get a few different mini games up here this week. Not just going to settle for one. I want to get... We could probably get at least 4 or 5 up in this episode. Most of them are going to be quite small. So, let's begin. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do first and where I'm going to do it. Be right back. Let's start nice and simple with Spleef. So I found a little area that's relatively flat. So thinking about it, this isn't necessarily actually the best location for a lot of small games because the land's very rugged. But we can fix it. We can always do landscaping. That is fine. So we're going to flatten this bit of land out, and my plan is to have 4 big jungle trees as the sort of 4 outer pillars. Then we're going to have 3 platforms of slime blocks with some walls of glass around them. Nice and simple. We're not going to do a time lapse for this because otherwise, if we do a time lapse for every game, that's going to get very repetitive. So I think I'm just going to get this built up and we'll see how it looks. There's been a few iterations, but I quite like what we've ended up with. So it's Spleef. You knock out the blocks beneath people's feet. Last person to the bottom wins. Climb up the ladders. This is where I had the iterations, just trying to figure out what to do with this entrance. I quite like doing the chisel and bits to have the hollowed out tree here. So we managed to get the size for all of them out of 2 logs. And I've got a little bit of log remaining, which is weird to think about. But yeah, people climb up. On the count of 3, we all jump in. And then you spleef people until eventually people fall down and up at the bottom, and then we climb back in and tidy it all up, which is why I'm tidying as I go. Spleef! A simple game. Next. Hello, Raider. I've had an idea with this village. Let's build a little racetrack around the village so we can do stuff like pig racing, horse racing, camel racing. Maybe we can set it up for elytras. Seems unlikely. But so I was looking around the village and there's lots of little caves that sort of either go in one side, come out the other, or go in one side and stop really close to an edge. So we could have quite a fun race course where we're constantly going in and out of the mountain. There's also a ravine just along here, which comes out just the other side of the village. And again, that comes out on the other side. So I think this will be one to time lapse because it's probably just going to take a while with me figuring out the layout of the course. I like sandstone and red sandstone for this, partly because I think they'll look good, and partly because I know I've got quite a lot of both of them, hopefully enough to cover everything. I've actually figured out a fair amount of the course. Don't know where the start line's going to be. Maybe around here? I want to keep as much of the village as I can. There will be some bits where I will have to knock through stuff. Let's see how this goes. Love me. Oh. Oh. Oh, love me. Love me. Love me. Love me. Yay! This is for you. Let's go for a little ride. You are not a slow horse. How did you get in there? Oh. Okay, immediately I've seen I've got a bit of a wall missing, but this is the route for our racing course. So we start with a little climb up and then into a cave. Oh, this is difficult at speed. I might need to make that a bit wider. Then we come down. There was a nice little pool here, so I thought this could be a fun place to dive down into. Then we spin back round into another cave system. Maybe I don't make things wider. Maybe the fact that this is kind of awkward makes for a good race course because people can get stuck. And then we do a deep dive into this cave. You can't really... I don't think you can do this course the other way. Maybe I'll try it the other way. But then we slowly climb out from the ravine and turn back in towards the village. And there was the place where the waystone used to be, and I thought, well, that's obviously a crossroads. And then we do a nice big loop round over the hill, back through the crossroads, and then back to the start line. Yay! We have a little racing course. I want to try it backwards. And while I try it backwards, let's figure out what I'm going to do next. I think I've got a little redstone game that I can put together hopefully quite quickly. I need to have a look at what the resources are. I've got two other ideas, but they both involve tridents. And we don't have a trident farm. So I think I'll get the redstone game built up first. Oh, we can get up there. We'll get the redstone game built up first. And then we'll hunt for tridents. So, I mean, redstone's fun. We can do this as another time-lapsey thing, and then I'll explain what the game is. Well, this is Tower Drop. It is a fairly simple game. It is a team game. So in your teams you have one person head up to the top. Teams of two. So one person heads up to the top and goes into one of the drop shafts on either side. Go in through the trapdoor. Apparently I still have the schematic on. While their teammate is going to be throwing snowballs at the targets. When you hit a target, your teammate falls down the floor. First person to get their teammate to the ground wins. And as you get lower down, you also have to get more accurate with your snowball throws until the very last one has to be a bullseye. So that's it. Game number 3. I think the next task is to find some tridents. Now, I do already have a trident. I've never done anything with it, which is a shame because I really like using tridents. So I think I'm going to get my trident enchanted. And then each of the other games needs 2 tridents. So we need to get 4. Probably get another one for me so I can have a loyalty trident and a channeling trident. Time to go kill some drowned, I guess. Maybe be a drowned at the same time so I don't have to keep coming up for air. Evidently ended up in a huge underwater cave system. It goes even deeper. Yeah, being able to explore these without having to worry about breathing is so cool. I mean, I would like to make my way back to the surface. I've not seen a drowned in a while. But this is fun. Well, after a full hour of swimming, I have nothing to show for it. No tridents. I think I only saw 5 drowns with tridents. That was awful. So, I'm going to wait until I have built a trident farm, which I'm going to do sometime in May. I mean, when you're seeing this, it will be in May, probably. Or beyond May. I'm recording this on the last day of April. We built a guardian farm this month, and I'm not allowed to build more than 1 farm a month. Plus, not really going to have time the rest of the episode to build the whole trident farm. So, that's going to be coming sometime this month. But in the meantime, we've got Spleef, we've got a racing course, and we've got tower drop, and I think that's pretty good for 1 episode. So, if you like the episode, please leave a like, put a comment down, what do you think of the games, what other minigames should we be adding, and please subscribe. My name is Weird and Bearded, and I will see you all next time.